Get down to it on your sexy voice. Chaz, you forgot to tell everyone what tonight's episode is about.
They get like, nigga, I've been with 100 niggas, but you the only nigga that I really, girls can do that.
Right.
Niggas is hunting that evolution. So they get more callous. How my niggas be like, fuck bitches, that's why their songs be like that.
That's why young niggas song like that. Old niggas song be about romance, nigga, wine, nigga.
Yeah.
Smooches.
Lying, they lying.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Nigga, let's talk about God, nigga.
Yeah,
you
but
don't know how to
I'd
play.
rather be fed a lie than felt like a
First of all,
being
first of all, thank y'all. Welcome to the G Corral version. Wait. Cream rises, y'all. Cream rises. We so masculine with our shit, we decided to bring some of our staff members in. You know what I'm saying? We got Chaz, our PR director.
Right.
And we also have Gray Area, who is our program director and also our fashion consultant. We got, of course, the conscientious consultant. Consciousness consultant.
We told y'all this.
And we got G. Look. So we
we
coming at y'all Sunday. Take some of that masculinity off we always talking with our nuts and shit. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have some a whole perspective on what's going on. And
right.
So we just playing around, just talking a little bit about some other stuff. But, you know, the subject of the day is...
Dinah, what's the subject of the day?
I forgot. Actually,
we had one original one. We gonna go back to the real one.
The real one.
Yeah, because we were talking about
the real
so
one was: can you be in your full capacity or your fullness, your full highest self, with someone or in a group, or you gotta be by yourself? Right? Is that what we was talking about?
No.
Yes.
That's what we was talking about.
No.
Yes.
Do you reach your highest by yourself, or can you reach your highest with a motherfucker? Was the question.
Or in the group, that we talking about business too.
No. I'm talking about side by
Talking
side.
about
Yeah.
Okay. I think that.
Okay.
I think that. Yeah, let's go there.
Some more context. So and you talking about relationship then?
I think you reach your highest by your goddamn self.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay, elaborate.
I think you can reach your highest ascension to yourself with somebody. It's almost like being on a highway. You ever see a train running next to the highway, then all of a sudden the highway's going that way, the train go that way. For a minute, they in unison. Mm-hmm. They at their highest, they all moving that way. Then at some point, that motherfucker got to go through the mountains a different way than that highway. You know what I'm saying? So in life, I just feel that way.
Okay.
I don't think you can stand before God and say, wait a minute, hold up. At my highest, let me bring this other motherfucker up here. You can be by your goddamn self.
That's not what we're talking about.
Right.
We're talking about being your highest as an individual. You know, so even when you're in unison with someone, you're still individual, right? Like you still your own human. Like you said, you still gotta answer to God for yourself. You're not answering for nobody
So
else.
therefore, you by yourself.
Yeah, but the question is, can you do it with someone or someone else, or
can you be in tandem with another
nigga? Do that independently.
I think you can be a tandem for a moment in time.
But hold on, let's clarify this real quick. Chaz, let's clarify this because I feel like we got to clarify this for the crowd because I think it's getting multidimensional.
No, go ahead.
Look, when you say by yourself, G, look, it's my pops by the way. But when you say by yourself, you talking about by yourself like by your goddamn self? Or you mean that like you can't have a mate, nigga, or you can't have a business partner? What are you saying?
You can have a mate, you can have a homie, a business partner, a daddy or mama, any motherfucker that you running with. But at the end of the day, your ascension is by yourself.
Okay.
Right. Well,
I
would agree with that. But first of all, I would have to say that why did God create woman? Because he knew that man by himself could not reach his full potential without woman. Yeah. So I think together, your higher power. It just depends on relatively what you bring to the beginning, where you are. If you bring in your highest self into it, then of course you're going to be better together.
Right.
And it's also relative to what you are actually doing in this place in life. because some things you can't bring a partner along if you're trying to be your best self to achieve something that's a personal goal.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but it's a personal goal. First of all, hit that like, that subscribe. This cream rises. Just everybody love for y'all chiming in. Love that. But check this out.
And donate.
Yes.
Nigga, my dad don't
So
like me to
is
say
he.
that just because I'm a high, but nigga, donate too, because if that's a blessing.
All right, nigga.
Use
put
your
5 on it.
faculties. We do. Everybody donate too.
Hey, Jay, right there.
Jay gonna put
Right there.
Jay Verma
Put 5
Productions,
on it.
nigga.
But check this out. You did say that, but you did say a key point to help a motherfucker be his highest self. You didn't say to be our highest self. You said to help that nigga be his highest self.
Right.
You being your highest self in helping that nigga be his highest
agree.
self. It ain't no goddamn unison.
would agree.
Because if a rock hit you on the head in the midst of you doing that, I still got to keep it
So
pushing.
you saying somebody
True.
gotta be the greater and somebody gotta be the lesser?
No.
In partnership.
No, I'm saying your
You
greatness.
by yourself ultimately.
Yeah, ultimately, your greatness is your greatness. So if your greatness is helping a nigga, that's your greatness.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because why do they say behind every great man there's a woman?
Because they sexist, because it ain't behind. It's not behind.
No, but it
you
is.
you with us.
No, but it is.
You're not behind
Wait
me.
a minute, but what
You with me.
I agree 100%, but what I'm saying is this, is that a woman...
That's that old white man with
no.
that pimple back, that rich motherfucker saying that Trump
No,
looking motherfucker.
no, listen to where I'm going with this, though.
No, ask a nigga in the
listen
pen.
to
Ask a
where-
nigga in the pen.
Listen to where I'm going with this, because Scripture says that a woman should not necessarily be subservient, but you should always let the man lead, because most women I know, and it might be a generational thing, but I can't respect a man if I can't let him lead, because I walk all over a man if I can't let him lead, because that's just the kind of woman I am.
Right.
So when I say behind a man, I know we are together as partners, but I'm saying I'm going to let you be your best, because it makes me feel
Be your best.
I'm being my best, because I can't be with no man unless he is the leader of my relationship and what I feel like a man should be for me.
Yeah, but check this out. That makes sense if you're defining how the cha-cha go.
Okay.
We're not talking about how it
You talking
go.
about ultimately?
We're
what it
talking
is?
about ultimately what that mean though.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
That's how you be your best. What
Okay.
you just said.
Okay.
So what you saying?
And what I'm saying is how I receive that to move to be my best.
Okay.
So ultimately, it's about my goddamn self. It ain't got shit to do with the
Okay.
motherfucker that's walking with me, helping me. Now we can have tandem together.
Right.
We can syncopate. We can roller skate together. We can make love. We can come at the same time. All that bullshit. But that's just the motherfucking process of everybody being their own best.
Yeah.
Because then I got to rely on you being at that same level at all my whole time. I can't do it.
Well, ultimately,
Yeah.
I just think that we're trying to make each other be their spiritual best, because as we're talking about, none of this shit really matters anyhow. When two people get together, if you're not spiritually connected, then you're not being the best to each other anyhow. You're just being something that's in this space and worldly.
Well, I'm
to
gonna
each
I'm gonna
other.
ask you something. Your best is when you talking to God only, and you understand what He wants you to do with that,
I
right?
would agree
True.
with that.
But
So
then-
that has nothing to
but
do
now
with
you going to
nobody else.
But now you're going to a different dimension. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying, but isn't that your best?
No, you right. You right. Everybody right. You right. But we clarifying what we talking about. So we talking about, look, if we talking about physical manifestation, sometimes your best might be connected with people physically in the physical manifestation. Your actual best is your relationship with God intimately by yourself, even in a relationship or in a business or not.
Right.
Right?
I would agree with
But manifested though, God may be edifying your best with having to love someone. Manifested if you manifest it. Jesus had disciples. Buddha had disciples. Right? Like even the niggas that go up to the top of the Himalayas and go, they gotta come back down. They didn't feel it wasn't finished. Cause they gotta go talk, they gotta talk to somebody about it.
I'm not
Right.
saying that. That you saying what edifies your movement. I'm saying, but that movement and that edification is still for you to better your goddamn
No,
self.
you're right. No, ultimately, you're right. You're right.
Your best self is when you come in contact with God and understand why you here and what you can do to edify and glorify Him and yourself in this. That's an individual move. That's not a tandem. Now you can be with 3 niggas and 3 women or whatever, and y'all all had that same purpose, and you feel like I'm at my best with these motherfuckers because we like minded. But at the end of the day, nigga,
no, you talking about when you lay down to rest, nigga, or when you go and nigga,
in the thing,
I ain't take that's real shit.
in the movement, their heads could get cut off.
And they ain't
Nigga,
fully
you gotta keep it moving.
And they not fully in the same shit you on.
That's all I'm saying.
So I get that.
Do you feel like that other individual will hold you back if you continue to be in partnership and you ultimately do want to be your greatest self? You feel like that person
I don't
back?
think there's nothing that's divine that you fully in can be held back.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Now we talking power.
I feel like you can feel like it though.
There we.
Okay.
You can feel like it.
Woo!
Yeah. Okay.
So me and you, all
Come
of
on,
us
nigga.
vibe, and then I see you vibing over there somewhere. I can feel like you forsook me.
Right.
Okay.
Even
Because
if
I
you
don't
did
I don't understand that what we got is what I'm supposed to have.
Right.
I'm thinking about you and that other motherfucker over there.
there.
Or your damn self over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's some real truth right
You know
there.
what I'm saying?
That's some real shit.
So you can feel forsaken.
Right. Even if it's not real.
You never can be forsaken because
Never.
God don't do that. God is true. And
God can't
his
forsake
ultimate
nothing.
mathematical answer is God.
Right.
So, long as you on that, all the good feelings, down feelings, disappointments don't mean shit to you.
That's an
You
experience.
do run. That's the nigga. You ain't best friends with the same niggas you was on the monkey bars with in kindergarten.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't the same friends in college. You ain't the same friends after you divorced.
Right.
The niggas that loved you because y'all was married when you get divorced don't love you. They loved y'all.
Right.
They don't love you.
Yeah.
That's why
So you speak off experience then, all of what your perspective is.
My perspective is
tell
common.
all your
It's common sense, but it's
tell me real
experience mixed with.
With tutelage.
All right, so
Nigga.
I'm a different kind of nigga. I've always been a looker. I've always been an absorber, even as a kid. I never was.
You like to see.
I never thought that everything laid out before us was anything we were supposed to do.
Okay.
So being that kind of dude,
Since 4, right? You said
well, you categorize as a weirdo.
4. You told me 4 though.
Yeah, that's a whole fact.
We talking to the people, right?
Yeah, well, to the people.
We gonna tell God
to
what
the
we
people.
did.
No,
nigga.
I want the babies. I want people watching this show to teach their kids this. It's almost too late for most of you motherfuckers. It's too late.
You gotta catch up.
No, you can't.
We can't play catch up.
Most motherfuckers is too late.
Tell me your better shit before you go in there.
Well, you know, some people are better than others.
Why,
You better if you could teach your kids to break that cycle of thinking
Right.
that when you meet that queen, that y'all got to be together running to the finish line. Nigga, that bitch, nigga, come on, nigga. She don't think that, and you don't think that for real, but you might have that moment, push, catapult together.
Right.
Then you meet a nigga. Then you meet 3 niggas. Then you meet 2 bitches. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Your experiences is what catapults you. In the moment, you think that's it. Till you talk to God, or you go away, you have an experience with God, a real one. Then you know the truth. This shit ain't shit.
Right.
All this shit's a game.
No, it's not shit. Because now you your best wherever you're at and whatever's happening. Because you don't need to say I'm my best by myself, because who's by yourself? This is the answer to what we say.
So look, let me bring that home. Everybody watching, bring it home. I got 2 models, 2 football niggas, 2 straight niggas, 2 beautiful girls with brains. Still ain't shit without God.
So
That's my point.
Right.
Your beauty, your fame, everything laid out for you that you put a value on is bullshit. So when you meet somebody that could elevate you, that's when you're at your highest together. But the ultimate goal is not together. You're not going to die together. You're going to be judged together. So that was the subject. The subject was, can you be at your highest with another motherfucker.
How you
And
feel about
Based on my life experience and how I thrive and do life is independently. I'm my highest self when I'm independent. I'm actually 100% when I'm independent. And I don't think that I've learned to be able to be my highest self in partnership with anybody else.
Or you don't know that.
I've never experienced it successfully.
But see, here's what I want to ask you. How would you edify it? With a feeling? Goosebumps? Like, how would you know it?
It's about, like, thriving. Like, say, for instance, if, like, God ordained me to be, like, this, like, mega, like, radio personality. Like, I got all my own radio stations. I got plant nurseries. I got, if God, that's who I'm
Don't call me God, because I'm going to help you do that. So you don't have to call me God. You call me Greg. But, yeah, I get what you're saying.
But, yeah, if that was the will for my life, you know? If I feel like I couldn't achieve all that with an individual, I haven't experienced it to where I can achieve all that with an individual. Really? I've always succeeded and have been my best self independently because it's less complicated. So it's kind of like a cop out, It's kind of like, I could take this easy route because I know I'm gonna be if it's by myself. But it's like, I feel like we as individuals and human beings are meant to be with other people. I don't think that we're meant to be individual and just independent and single and I think that we should be in partnership with other people. Like you should have a tribe, and so but it's easy to be independent,
it is
it's just you. Like you don't have all these different perspectives that you got to consider. You don't have nobody to answer to. Like you don't have all of these distractions, and not that it's not negative. It's just distractions because you may focus more independently than you do in a group. So that was my experience. I haven't, and it's something that I practice because I want to be able to be my highest self with other people.
So you know what I think? Just reflecting off that. First of all, I appreciate that. I accept that, and that's your walk.
Yeah.
I'd have been in gang fights where you had to depend on other motherfuckers. I've been in football games, relay teams. I've been in the Navy where everybody had to be in one. Like, so when you know that you can depend or everybody has one goal, even though they're different people, and you achieve that goal, you have and then you say fuck it after that. Mm-hmm. In that moment, the vibration of a nigga blocking a kick at the end of the game makes the whole team feel like they all. Some niggas, that's the highest they'll ever feel in their life. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Some niggas, that's just what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just like that.
Yeah. A lot of times when people be so into who they are,
hey, cowboy, like and subscribe.
They channel it through their body and their look. They become that person.
Right.
Because, you just, when you walk and talk and be in what you're supposed to be, your whole physical perspective, your body changes. Everything changes.
Because it's
so
you
spiritual. Don't look like your family anymore. You don't look like a lot of people because you're becoming.
Have you found that to be true?
Who you are.
Now you're saying real shit. Is this recording? Yeah. It's recording.
No, but listen.
Yeah, we
I
are recording.
It's the feminine time.
Listen.
I do feel like some people are chosen out of their families. Yeah.
Whoa. So some people are better than others, right?
Oh,
don't put words
your
in the mouth.
Parents will tell
don't
you.
Put her words in the mouth. Let her say it.
We debate this.
Will tell you
no,
that.
I don't debate it. I want niggas to say it right.
Yes, cause like you know how they be like, well, your mom ain't gonna tell you who the favorite one is. They do that. They do.
Some nigga, Jesus had favorites.
I knew
nigga.
She was the one.
Nigga.
I knew he was the one.
Niggas had favorites, nigga.
People say that.
Jesus picked John, Big James, and Peter to come to the thing. Well, that's his favorites, nigga. They was closest to him. Niggas have favorites, nigga. Even niggas people worship have favorites.
But let's go.
Some niggas is favorites.
No. Let's peel back.
Definitely.
That's make you better. You favorite.
Yeah, that part.
Not what you did or haven't done. What's your favor? In the Bible it says God had favor on him. Yeah. See, man likes action and like, what have you done? That's not your favor, nigga. That don't make you better, nigga. What make you better is, are you favored?
Yeah.
Nigga, God gives you favor. That's not about, I don't care how many castles you built with you. That's not what it is. John was favored by Jesus. He just liked him better.
Cause he was better. All you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
All you motherfuckers watching us do our thing.
Right.
I'm sorry. Some motherfuckers are better than others. And
On
I
that
favor
note.
that. I'm going to favor that.
Let me shout out Virtuous Optimist to tune in to
Hold on.
Virtuous Optimist.
Right. Oh yeah.
Wait,
Shout out. Yeah.
Virtuous Optimist, that's my platform for everything. So entertainment, tune in. We just dropped a bunch of merch. We did a fall 2022 lookbook, and it's a lot of fall merch in there.
I have my favorite merch.
Yeah, you dug it. You dug it. So yeah, we did a shoot and we developed a lookbook, like a magazine type of lookbook. So it's really cool. So tap in. You can find everything at VirtuousOptimist.com. You can find playlists, music. You can find interviews. What her hairdo is on there. Clothes, women's trousers, plant giveaways, all that stuff. You can find.
Oh, you
everything.
a plant lady, right?
Yes,
Tell them, yeah.
Yes, I'm definitely a plant lady.
What's the name of the show?
Yeah, it's Virtuous Optimist.
Virtuous Optimist.
She said she a virtuous.
Everybody
woman,
check in, like, subscribe.
She an optimist, nigga. I
You
love
know,
that.
so hey, look, we
Yes.
collabed a little bit with Cream Risers today, but we
Yes.
love.
Thank you for
We
having
love.
me. I
We,
really
no,
appreciate
thank you for having us.
Yeah, yeah.
Sis.
YouTube, everything. I'm on anything. Like you just Google Virtuous Optimist and everything will come up. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Sis, I want you to elaborate a little bit more after you. First of all, everybody got to tap into her shit. We are hosting each other because this is real shit, and I know everybody say it's real shit, but I'm talking about y'all. It's all in the proof and is in the pudding, right? So what we want to hear right now is you tapped a little bit before people need to understand who you are and where they go to talk to you and understand where you're coming from. But I want you to tap into more about who's favorite and all that. I want your opinion on that.
Yeah, on favor.
Yeah, and whatever we was talking about, like however you
Okay.
want to say it. I want to hear you talk a little bit more.
Yeah. I feel like I said, every family, like we were talking about, every family has that one that's chosen. You know, there's just chosen people. You know, and I guess sometimes they call it anointed. You know, the anointed ones, but I don't know. That's a really high thing to put on yourself to be like, I'm anointed. You know, so that's really strong. But I do feel like, you know, when you are chosen, you feel it and you know it just from the favor in your life and your journey. And like I was telling y'all, you know, I've never chosen my paths, you know, so I've always just been placed into things, and because I followed what I was placed into and was who I was supposed to be in the moment at my greatest, you know, I've continued to strive in God's will. So that is not me though, you know. It's nothing that I could have did, you know, to do, you know, all of what I do and to feel chosen. You know, it's just who I am. You know, I say this all the time. People are so kind to me. You know, like you guys, like y'all don't know me from a hole in the wall, you know, and like y'all are really kind to me just because you've interacted with me for whatever reason and you've given me the.
But see, that's because you've been with us in past lives, and we have anointing of the see through the spirit and everything. So
see,
yeah,
you know,
God.
and
we ain't nice to everybody.
and for you to just discern that, you know, for you to discern that, you know,
The energy and the spirit.
Yeah, and so that
Nigga, I can't
is a
be
testament.
next to a motherfucker that ain't that. So yeah.
And that's a testament to being chosen and to being favored, because like you said, you don't favor everybody. Like you don't give everybody grace. You know, you don't like, you know. So, but you give me that, and it's because it's something about me or something that's on me that's making you feel that way.
That's right.
And
But it's not
me.
even feel that way, because a feeling can be. I mean,
what's your evidence? What's your
it's evidence.
What's your
Because,
evidence
a
of
feeling
favor or chosen? What's your evidence? Because
What's my evidence?
what's your evidence? Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. For me, there is something because you can. We was talking about this before. We was talking about faith. I think me and Diana was talking about this in the back. We was talking about faith and difference between faith and belief. Because she was saying, I can have like this faith. So we have our brother Jesus, and some is their Lord and Savior. I look at him as my brother as an example, right? So we all got different perceptions to people everybody got a master, and then masters are leading to God. So what I'm saying is. Say, you have faith of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain into the ocean, right? So I was talking to Diana, and Diana said, and I'm gonna bring this back home, but Diana said, my faith, she's like, I got faith that, but I'm struggling. She's like, my faith feel like I know that's right there and it's possible, but I gotta believe that I know that faith is there, it's possible. So it's like a step to it, right? So she was trying to say like, what's the difference between faith and belief?
Okay.
Right? So this is what we talking about right here. If you go in the Bible and say, and I'm not just, it's not about the Bible, it's about all things that point to something higher.
Yeah.
So faith is the hope in something that we have not seen.
Right.
Right? An assurance of what we know is to come. Right? That could be by experience, right? Which is within yourself. You have an experience within yourself. That could be hyperactivated by a substance, or just going about life, or it can be an external experience where someone come and tell you, or you can have an out of body, whatever, or you could just have a knowing. There's multiple levels that God speak, right?
Right.
So when we talk about chosen is the evidence is by your faith of that. That's why it says, those who endure to the end shall inherit the kingdom of God. Right. Because if you endure to the end, that means you was chosen. Because you had enough faith to go through the fire. So to show what you are.
Yes. So you was asking me about
Hey, y'all, black men.
Like when you
black men. Don't you hate when you have a son like that? I'm just talking about how to get some money and some pussy, nigga. This nigga. So, I got to grow up. Yeah, I got to grow up.
What's my evidence?
So your evidence, if you was gonna say something to me, that's chosen, because I'm it's 7 billion, well, illusion of 7 billion motherfuckers here. I don't know if it's really 7 billion motherfuckers here, and if it was, I don't know if they all really beings. Yeah. Because we couch in a dimension that's meant for us to experience and know God more thoroughly. And from what my perception is. So back to her point is, if my evidence for you would be, your evidence would be your faith. Faith meaning not by your work, because look, God always said, okay, faith without works is nothing, but works mean he already tore down what actions was that you couldn't do nothing even to prove it. Right. Nobody could. Not Moses, not Enoch. Niggas was talking to angels and couldn't do it. Right. Nigga, so he's saying it's the spirit. So I'm going to know by your spirit. Yeah. But your spirit ain't for me to judge. Right. Yeah. It's by your faith, and when everything's happening, how are you coming out of everything that's happening? Exactly. That is the difference. God gonna give you, he gonna take and give and do all this shit in this place, because if you God, you always gonna come out like this more. Even if you might dip your head a second sometimes.
You gotta be on camera.
But you gonna always be more, nigga.
Okay,
you gonna be more.
Question. I have a question in terms of manifesting in the material plane, as far as faith and belief. Now, my thought in manifestation is you have to actually be past belief and know. Okay, that this has already happened. True. In order to manifest.
True. And that's what faith here. Is, right?
So faith is knowing.
Yeah. So faith is knowing, but
they don't talk like that.
But faith is, to me, is like you were saying, it's in the unseen. You know, so faith is knowing.
Knowing something that you haven't.
It's going to happen, but you haven't seen its evidence yet. Now, you can have a belief so strong, but if it's not meant for you, if God has not laid that path out for you, that sometimes makes a person faithless, because they don't see the manifestation of what they thought was true.
But they wishing.
Thank you.
See, wishing.
I agree. That's what I'm saying.
Wishing and hoping.
Belief.
Sometimes wishing and hoping gets conjured in there with faith.
Exactly.
They're two different things.
So that's where I was going with
faith, nigga. Faith is when I get up in the morning, I walk to it, and I know my feet ain't gonna go through the ground. Right. That's faith. Right. Wishing is wishing some shit would happen without my work. But hoping is hoping my work manifests.
Diana, I want to know more about the manifestation. No, that came to mind.
So that's all I'm just saying, that you have to know your truth, and like you say, you know, everything that I do, I feel like God is leading me. Yeah. That's something that you know based on your faith. Yeah. And a lot of people in this world are lost.
Yeah.
They don't have faith, first of all, and they don't have a belief. So they're being led by material things in the world to tell them what their truth is. So we're talking about what your truth is as far as where is God leading you, because a lot of times people will have a belief and a faith in something that God has not ordained them to have. So when you're talking about belief, you have to understand what truth is.
Also, and like what God's will is for your life, and you being okay with whatever God's will is.
Yeah, because your evidence is not by physical evidence. That's why it's always said that way. That's why the world is confusing, because that's why it's the level everybody hit. And I'm gonna say a real truth right now. And I'm not. It's not a. There's never, when you in the spirit of God, there's never no judgment. We weigh and measure based upon the spirit. We weigh and measure based upon the spirit. There's never a judgment. Judgment is a condemnation. You don't judge when you spirit. You just weigh and measure. So my thing is, when physical evidence is your measure for God's grace, then you're already not in sync.
Right.
God shows that all throughout history, all throughout your life, all throughout anybody that you look up to life. That's what God shows. Because it's showing you that your faith is the measure.
Not your physical evidence.
Right.
Your faith is something in you. That's why it says by faith through grace. Grace means a gift that was given to you. So it's a gift. Faith is a gift of God to you. That's why it's called chosen. Because you couldn't choose it.
Right.
God gave you a gift to have faith.
Exactly.
That's why it says no man could really boast, even though it sounds like we boasting.
Yeah.
We speaking from the spirit.
Yeah.
But we'll fall, every knee bows, everything in all creation. That's why it says all the orders of all the angels bow down to the saints, because God gave them a grace.
Yeah.
So what we talking about is this, and it doesn't negate.
That nigga's a preacher.
You don't even gotta go to church tomorrow. Today, you don't gotta go to church.
That's
Just
why this air on Sunday,
tune in,
8 o'clock.
Spring rises. This your church service.
Hey, Sunday 8 o'clock. So Reverend Chitlin ain't preaching, taking your money,
Nigga.
Make sure you sow a seed.
grinding on your auntie like the nigga did mines.
Y'all give y'all tithes and offerings.
Let's get to the real.
Nigga, God said you can't even. How can you please God if you don't believe that there is a God when God's invisible?
Well, yeah.
Diana, look. Everybody want evidence. The human experience about evidence, we about physical evidence. God's first thing is love God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. That's the first commandment in the Old Testament. Yeah. Right? We using the Bible because the Western world is. We can go anywhere. Anybody can talk anybody. Y'all can chime in. You can talk Buddha. We can go anywhere. Yeah. I'm well versed in all of it. I'm using the Western world because the Western world it rules most of the world.
Right.
Rome conquered everything. They took the way and they made it Christianity, and it rules the psychology of everything.
Go back to what you were saying.
God says, serve God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. That's the first commandment. Love God. Yeah. With all that. But then it says you cannot please God unless you believe God exists. Yeah. But God is invisible. God is spirit. Yeah. So how could you believe God exists without God's spirit showing you that? That's why I said we by grace through faith. So when my dad say people are better, he's saying in a worldly way, but he's saying some people are anointed. Right. They know that without having, they need people to. I used to talk to this guy in Germany that people used to talk to him, and he used to help anoint them to help see God. And he used to tell me, gee, I'm scared because I don't want to feel like a savior. And I said, why? Some people need to see you as that. Yeah. The fact of the matter is things are what they are. Some people can see it without it. Some people need that, and we all have. And God has put this in place. And that's what I'm saying. So our faith is assured by God's Spirit.
We the real deal.
Yeah.
I just want you to know.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I feel her loving us. She's like, I'm with these niggas.
And they God fearing. What?
Nigga, real God fearing.
Like I don't come across God fearing people. I'm
real
ones.
Real nigga.
Yeah. Nigga, I've been in the church. I've been from 22 to 26. My niggas came and tested me. I got niggas that lived with me that wasn't even really love me like that. Was like, nigga, you an apostle. Yeah. on paper.
Yeah.
And God brought me out of that. Nigga, and when my dad was on, nigga, that's what he was talking about earlier. Nigga, I'm killing that. Nigga, we talking about real. I was real, like, so I was like, God was like, nigga, I'm beyond duality, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm showing you your faith.
Hey, so in saying that, we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah, because we've been on it about an hour now.
Yeah, we're going to cut it up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Reverend Cheney say, I'm not going to be long. So we're not going to do that. So everybody, check that like, subscribe. Your comments are welcome. We really enjoyed having this. This was a fun time for us, and love to share. If one person really want to just connect to what we was talking about, you can always hit. We're gonna put the IG up. You can hit the consciousness consultant to get some of that love poured into you. You can hit any of us. You know what I'm saying? But more important is share this with your kids, so they are not obsessed and possessed and influenced by a nigga with a dress on at the goddamn Grammys. You know what I'm saying? A nigga with a dress on. Nigga. So, or fat bitch saying I'm happy, can't breathe. Right? So, all right. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. You know, just you can play a flute, nigga. Come on. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. Give them options. They can still go to that, but give them options. So that's what this is all about. Thank you guys. Chime in. We'll be back on Wednesday. Like to thank Chaz and everybody involved. Gray area for the hats and the thing. DM us and all that good stuff.
Like
and we out.
Share, subscribe. Donate if you feel blessed. Tap in to Chaz.
Virtuous Optimist.
I don't like.
Google me.
Yeah, I don't like when the talent asks for money, especially when they rich.
Yeah.
I'm having fun with this.
No,
nigga.
he's saying the truth.
No, but you know, support these lights and all this other stuff.
Yeah, and we definitely need
It's part of their blessing.
That's
though.
how you stay rich.
It's part of their
Get in
blessing.
the loop.
Well, the only way I can help poor people is not be one.
That part. That's what I'm trying to
So,
say,
you know
man.
what
How
I'm
you
saying?
supposed
My shit don't be about money. It's about you giving what God gave you.
Yeah.
If God made you rich, that's made for you to give that. Just like if God gave you grace, it's made for you to get it.
Well, I just say, just give from the heart, or take the knowledge and apply it in your life.
Yeah, play it
the
forward.
best way you can, because that's the real reason why we're here. We just want to share some of the gifts that we've been given and taught in this journey, in this place, just to help you be able to cope and have a different perspective on your journey.
It's always one motherfucker that know how to say it right.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's her. That's a gray area.
Yeah. Peace, y'all.
I couldn't have said it no better.
She deals with it, I guess.
Yeah, we out.
That's dope.